Rob and Kale podcast. Rob Sanders.
Some would be entertained by it. Some would be horrified by
Kale
it.
Carolina Jackpot Hall.
All would be interested in it.
The Rob and Kale podcast.
Let's go.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale podcast. I'm Rob Sanders. Thanks for joining us this evening. As my wife was telling me something about her day, and I jumped right into the opener there. She's going to think that I don't care about her, and it's just not completely true. That's not the way that it was. Anyway, thanks for joining us here on the podcast this evening. I'm a podcast co-host. He's the best Gamecock YouTuber on the planet. He's Mr. Carolina Jackpot. Kale, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Doing pretty good. I'm having a strain to hear you there, so I'm not sure. You need to turn your
Sorry about that.
something up.
Turn my volume up a little bit here. We'll get that going on there. All right, we'll bring this up a little bit, and that should help out. All right, there you go. All right, so there you go. Hopefully that's a little bit better. Anyway, thanks for joining us on the podcast. Anyway, thanks for joining us here on the podcast. We're going to make picks this evening. Jackpot's going to tell us about his wonderful trip to the world of Alabama this weekend. We'll get into that and whatever else goes our way here this evening. So
Nothing for me to tell yet. I haven't gone. Will you look up there on your side there, Rob, where the chats are, and see if you see a chat or a message from Christopher Knight? I'm not seeing it at all. He says he's sending stuff, and I told him I would give him a blue wrench, but I've told him to put stuff in the comment section, and I don't see it, and I'm wondering what the hell. I don't know.
I do not see anything from him. So there's
I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what's going on.
Well, I don't know either. Yeah. Prayers for the folks in Florida. Thank you for that, Randall. That's they need them. I'm sure they'll thank you for that.
Oh, Rooster Man was in his condo. He said he ain't going no damn where.
Oh. Yeah. Hopefully, nothing happens to Rooster Man.
Yeah, he'd be all right.
Yeah, well, we'll see. Anyway, we're going to make our picks this evening. Week 7 picks. Let's go ahead and we'll get those out of the way, and then we'll take some calls. Is my audio any better there, Jackpot? Sound any better or worse?
Not much, but it's better than it was. That makes any sense.
Let's try that and try that. There you go.
There you go. That sounds better.
All right, there we go. Maybe I know what my problem is.
We're cooking.
All right, that should be much better. There we go. All right, let me bring up the picks here, Jackpot. Are you excited to go to Alabama?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see here.
Yep.
You're in the upper deck, though, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Let's see here.
Not far up in the upper deck either. I mean, it's pretty close to the.
To the rail or whatever.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Let's see here. Chrome tab. All right, there we go. Here are the picks. All right, so week 7 picks for the Callaway's Pick'em Challenge. And we're going to go. The first one here is Syracuse and NC State. Syracuse is getting 4.5 jackpot. Which way are you going there?
Man, NC State's been kind of the shits this year. That said, though, I mean, Syracuse hasn't done a whole lot to impress me either. So maybe they kind of bounce back at home here. I mean, it's like their season's kind of on the line. I think ACC championship's out of the question for NC State. I mean, now they might start having to fight for bowl eligibility. So I'm going to take North Carolina State there, the home underdog.
Yeah, I think it's best to take the underdog there in some theories. But you know what? I think NC State's falling off the rails. I think Syracuse is going to go in. I think they're going to win. I'm going to take Syracuse minus 4.5. The next one is the Red River Shootout, Texas at Oklahoma. It's not junk, but it started at 8.5. I think it's like a 13 now. But Texas with the advantage there, jackpot. Oklahoma has the worst offense in the SEC. I'm going to take Texas in the points.
Yeah, I was about to say it's kind of hard to step in front of Texas right now. Do we know is yours starting that game or?
I don't know that. I don't think they've announced that yet. But if he's healthy, he should go.
I don't think it really matters, to be honest with you. I think they're kind of interchangeable at this point.
Right. This just seems like this is a game where Texas will. Oklahoma's offense is just so bad. I mean, just so bad. So that's the way I'm rolling there. I guess you're taking the Longhorns as well?
Yeah, that's what I said.
All right, Penn State's at Southern Cal. Southern Cal is getting 4 points at home. You know, it's Southern Cal's first season in the Big Ten. They're welcoming in a highly ranked Penn State team. Is this the year that Penn State's going to do it, Jackpot? I know you're kind of a closet Penn State fan.
I mean, they got the players. They've definitely got the roster. I was watching Uncle Lou was doing a little live thing earlier, first time in 2 weeks. He's been able to do something live. Anyway, he's talking about Penn State being ranked. I think they're ranked 4th.
Mm-hmm.
He said, look at the other teams in the top 10. How many of those teams would beat them? Would you trust Penn State to beat da-da-da? Would you trust Penn State to beat Clemson? I wouldn't. I'm thinking Penn State would road grade Clemson. First of all, I mean, why are we all of a sudden so enamored with Clemson because they tongue punched a couple of nobodies in the fart box? I mean, I don't get it. But anyway, in terms of this game, you would say take Penn State, but I don't know, man. I mean, this is a bounce back spot for Southern Cal. Geez, that's going to be tough. I'm almost tempted to take the push, to be honest with you. But I don't know. I can't. It's not really much of a home field advantage either. I can't pick against Penn State. I'd probably take Penn State. I think they keep it. It might be within a touchdown, but
right.
I'm gonna go with Penn State.
Well, I don't trust Penn State. I don't like Lincoln Riley either, though. But it's kind of a coin toss for me. But I'm gonna take Southern Cal since they're the home team. And by the way, Clemson could be 5-0 with 5 wins over the number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 team in the country, all 68-0, and you would still say that whoever it was, Ball State is going to beat them. That's just the way that you are. So
No, I wouldn't say Ball State's going to beat them, you ding-a-ling. But
all right,
the fact of the matter is they're not 5-0 against the number 1, 2, 3, or 4 teams in the country. So your little hypothetical scenario is just not working out.
I'm just saying, if they were, you're not picking Clemson for shit, is what I'm trying to tell you. Up next is Florida at Tennessee. Florida is getting 11 on the road. You know, Florida played pretty good last week against UCF. I'm not saying they're making the turn here.
Well, it is.
Tennessee finally had that Tennessee game that they have every season under Josh Heupel, where they lose a game to a team they have no business losing to. It may wake them up for this Florida matchup. Remember, they lost at Florida last year, though, so it's not like they're not capable of losing to Florida again. It's a completely different team, etc. But inconsistent is one thing that you can say is about Florida in a lot of different things. If they're balancing it out, they could cover the 11 points here, but I think Tennessee's woken up. I'm going to take Tennessee minus 11, though.
I don't know. They're going to be ready to play this game. I think Big Orange Heupel is going to have them up. I really want to take Florida because I think, with the more experienced quarterback, I think it's going to be a big difference maker in this game, but it's the pieces around them I just don't know about. So I guess I'm going to take them Tennessee too.
Well, you know what? Just for you, Jackpot, I'll take Florida. I'm not really that high on either side of it, to be honest with you.
Well, God damn it, don't that. But I didn't want to take them.
Well, I was just trying to make it where we both weren't taking the same team, man.
I'm going to take Tennessee. I trust them a little bit more than.
I'm going to take Florida. That way we're not showing love either way. One of us likes them, one of us doesn't. Neither one of us think either team is worth a shit, though.
I had a comment up here in the comment section by some dum-dum. Said South Carolina ruins Clemson's SOS every year. Yeah, you know what else ruins it? When you lose to them. That really fucks it up.
I mean, 1 out of 9 times that happens. So, anyway, back to our picks here.
Frothy Tavern with a good comment. He said Jackpot's autobiography of his life will be called Tongue Punching the Fart Box.
I thought it was going to be
ain't nothing I did.
Yeah, ain't nothing I did, or protein pussy might be your mom. It could be something like that. Let's see here. The next game is Ohio State at Oregon. Ohio State's a 3-point favorite there. I like Lanning better than I like Day. I'm taking Oregon as the home underdog there. I think they win outright. So give me Oregon +3.
This kind of reminds me of last year when they lost to Washington twice. They being Oregon, pronoun boy. This this is going to be a great game. I could almost see that ending in the push too, but I'm going to take Ohio State because nobody takes the push.
Yeah,
I think they have to go on the road and get it done. Maybe win by a touchdown.
Next matchup is Ole Miss at LSU. I think this is a knockout game, Jackpot. Whoever loses this game is probably out of the mix here when it comes to the SEC anyway.
Garrett Nussmeier versus Jackoff Dart.
Two teams that South Carolina lost to. So you're kind of
one
aware of
that
what
they lost to and one that they allegedly lost to.
The scoreboard said they lost.
Yeah, scoreboard can go fuck off. I'm gonna take LSU, man, at home. I don't see Lane Kiffin going in there and getting a win at nighttime.
Me neither. I think Kelly's a good coach. I'll take LSU -2.5 at home. The next one is Kansas State at Colorado. Colorado's had a week to prepare for this game. They're getting 4 points at home. I mean, if you want to see Deion Sanders' head explode, if they win this game, holy shit. You know? I'm going to take Kansas State, though, -4.
Yeah, I am too. Kansas State's really, I don't know, they kind of underperformed a lot this year.
Yeah.
And I think they get right here. I think they blow them out. They're better on both lines of scrimmage. That's where the game is won and lost. So.
All right, our next matchup is Vanderbilt, the smart kids, coming in with a win over number 1 Alabama, something that Georgia couldn't do this year, but the smart kids did. They will play Kentucky. Kentucky is giving up 13.5 at home. The Wildcats have had a week to prepare for Vanderbilt, sir. Are you going to take the smart kids, or are you going to take the old baked potato?
Look, I mean, like, I don't know. Vanderbilt's been a covering machine. Like, I mean, they've covered and beat, like Virginia Tech. They covered and beat Alabama. They covered against Mizzou. Should have beat them. I mean, like, why is Kentucky a 2-touchdown favorite here when, I mean, their offense is the shits?
Yeah.
All right. So, no, I mean, I'm not falling for that trap. I'll take Vandy. I think old San Diego, he might not win, but he's going to damn sure die trying. I think they might lose by a touchdown. Might go to overtime again, like the one did last week or the other week against Zoo.
That's what we're calling him is San Diego. Okay. I got
San Diego Pavia.
Okay.
Oh, the San Diego chicken.
Yeah, back when they had a real mascot.
We could actually call him Playoff Pavia or National League Championship Series Pavia.
They got to beat the Dodgers tonight. I don't see that happening. We'll see, though.
Well, the Mets are in the NLCS.
Yeah, I mean, it's proof that God has a sense of humor letting the Mets go to the NLCS. Fuck the Mets. I hate those.
Well, I mean, that's kind of like them and the Phillies is kind of like a Tennessee Clemson matchup for me. Nobody wins, but I'd rather see them in there than the fucking Phillies. So
I'm hoping that the Dodgers or the Padres just mop the floor with them, whoever wins there.
Well, they probably will.
Get their hopes up. Let them go to the World Series. Let them think that they have a snowball's chance in hell, and then get fucking swept by 4 games.
Well, it might be the Mets. It might be a Subway Series again.
Well, good then. The Yankees are a shithole always, but I hope they beat the Mets. I hate the fucking Mets, like with an absolute passion. The way that you feel about Clemson, just multiply that by 6. That's how much I hate the fucking Mets.
Beat the Mets. Beat the Mets. Step
fucking
right up and greet the Mets.
Fuck Gary Carter. Fuck Doc Gooden. Fuck all of them. Anyway.
Fuck Darryl Strawberry.
Darryl Strawberry and all the cocaine he smoked. Fuck him.
Well, you snorted cocaine, Rob. You smoke it unless he was freebasing it.
He snorted cocaine. What are you talking about?
You said he smoked it.
No, I said snorted it, brother.
No, you said smoked.
Well, okay. Then smoke, snort, what the fuck ever. All the cocaine that he ingested.
If he smoked it, he had to freebase it.
Since now he's found Jesus, the cocaine's not good enough for him, like the common man. It's like he found God, and God told him, don't have any more fucking coke. Fucking dude. All right, anyway. The Kale Hall shitter this week is Ball State at Kent State. A couple of teams that have played like 9 games and have 1 win. God, jackpot. This is fucking terrible. Ball State is a 6.5 point favorite. I'm going to take Ball State.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Ball State too. I mean, they're both bad, but Kent State is just super bad.
Okay.
So they're really bad.
Vandy Dandy says the Mets are anti-Jew hate. No, sir. If you're a Jew, Christian, Muslim, Buddhist, whatever you are as far as being a Mets fan, I equally hate you. It's nothing to do with fucking anything besides that. It's that stupid NY on your hat and the fucking apple in your outfield. Fuck all of it. Has nothing to do with Jews, sir.
I kind of adopted the Jets and started liking them because, I always loved the show The King of Queens, and that was Doug from The King of Queens. That was his football team, was the Jets. So I kind of started liking them because of that. Thank God I didn't share his taste in baseball though, because he was a Mets guy.
Yeah. That's a good question from Rob as an SEC bias. Your thoughts on their coach being let go?
Aaron Rodgers said it didn't have anything to do with him.
Of course, that's what he said.
I mean, what the? I mean, they're 2-2, right? Are they 2-2 or 2-3? What are they?
I think
my favorite go for that. I mean, my God.
Well, something happened because they had him escorted out with security.
Oh God!
So something had to happen there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
If you choose the push and they hit the push, you win the pick. Yes, Mike Bridges.
Yeah, but if that's the thing, guys. If you wake up one morning and you think, well, I got that right. Like if one of them had a push on it, everybody gets it wrong, right?
Unless you pick the push.
Yeah, if it lands on the push, and everybody picks, the favorite, or everybody picks the underdog, everybody's going to get it wrong unless they pick the push. In other words,
yeah.
So it's rare that happens, but it does happen every so often, every once in a great while.
South Carolina at Alabama. Carolina Jackpot will be on the road for that matchup. Live from Tuscaloosa. I hope you get some pictures of you in front of those damn the statues and stuff they have out there. You should get some of those. That'd be kind of cool. Anyway, South Carolina is getting 21.5. I'm taking Alabama. I think Alabama got their feelings hurt last week, and they're just going to mow over you guys. Alabama minus 21.5. I'll take it.
No, not so fast, my friend. I think Carolina's defense is going to keep them in it. Obviously, I don't think we're going to win it. But that 21, that hook might get us there. They might lose this thing by 18, 21. But I'm going to go with the Gamecocks. Taking the Cocks.
Of course. Final game is Clemson at Wake Forest. Clemson is giving up 20. Clemson's won, I can't remember how many in a row against Wake Forest, but
they haven't lost to them since 2006, however much that is.
Yeah, but the thing is that even when you look at – I was looking at this earlier, and I know this doesn't – it's different teams, etc. Wake Forest hasn't been very good this year at all. They run that mesh, the whatever the hell it's called, the slow mesh. And Clemson just yeah, it's whatever. Anyway, let's see here. Clemson's won 15 in a row against them. But if you look at it, last year's game was close. Clemson won 17-12. But over the other times, it's been, 26, 21, 49, 60, 14, 22, 20. I mean, Clemson's had their way with Wake Forest. I think this is a bad Wake Forest team, and I'm going to take Clemson to blow them out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how bad Wake Forest actually is. I mean, they won last week. That said, I mean, You know, Clemson. You know how it is with this pussy ass schedule. Clemson started fast ever since that Georgia game, and I mean, I don't really expect this one to be any different. I mean, whatever. Clemson will cover.
All right. Poor Jackpot. All right, so there you go. There's our picks. Look, I have to pick out the buses here.
You know, I hate those things. What is that? Click every image with a bus. Well, there's only one image with the damn bus. Are you supposed to click every fucking one that touches it? I don't know. That's what I always do, and it gets me every time.
Well, this one's like, I don't like it. It's supposed to so you can verify that you're a human. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, so there you go. I made the picks. Spurs Up says, when was the last time Clemson played 6 real games on their schedule? I mean, we can go through all that. I know the Gamecock fans, it's just like you have to shit on Clemson's schedule because your program's not worth a fuck, and you have to try to butcher the team from the upstate. We know that. And I could volley with you all evening, sir, but it's just not really worth the time. November's coming. You're going to get your shit pushed in again.
Well, I'll tell you guys, November's coming. Don't try to run
November's coming. Y'all got to go to Death Valley with your quarterback that can't throw the ball more than 5 yards down the field, with your bitch coach kick another Gatorade. Come on down. Come on down. And I'm going to make a declaration on the show right now. Whatever the point spread is, Clemson covers. Y'all are a bitch team. You've run your fucking
accountability.
I will. You are a bitch team. I've already said it. You're a bitch team with a bitch coach with a bitch
y'all
quarterback.
know about some bitches.
Yep, we certainly would. We play one every year, the last game of the season, for fucking giving them a.
And then when I beat you, it's especially embarrassing.
It is embarrassing. When you win 1 out of fucking 9 times, it's embarrassing. It is absolutely embarrassing.
I mean, you have
the best quarterback that you've had in history.
You haven't won against Shane Beamer at home, ever.
Yeah, sure. And you lost to the Augusta YMCA.
Shane Beamer owns that show.
Okay, well, he's going to go get his dick kicked in, and hopefully he'll resign afterwards. If you care about Gamecock football, that's what you should want.
No.
Anyway,
I want him to get better.
Shit, he's not going to get any better.
No.
Let's see here. If you want to join the show, have at it. Have at it. There's the link. Are you looking forward to anything in Tuscaloosa, Jackpot? You got anything you're going to check off? You figured out where you're going to eat anything?
I actually don't have a fucking clue. I don't even know where I'm going to park at. I just know where the stadium is, and I have a map of how to get there. Maybe I'll try to go to Dreamland Barbecue. That's a good place.
Yeah. I don't know if it's going to be like when you went to East Carolina where you can park in somebody's yard.
No, I doubt we're going to be parking in anybody's yard. Actually, I got to get my lazy ass onto Google Earth and look at it and see exactly what the lay of the land is there. But I'm looking forward to that. It should be fun.
All right, Rob as an SEC bias joins the show. What's up?
Oh, nothing. Just another day of supporting a football team where I don't have to worry if the players' junks are being spread across the internet. You don't have that luxury, though, do you?
Cool.
All right, but listen, in all actuality,
hey, he showed out Saturday.
Well, I think everybody showed out Saturday except for Juice Wells, so I don't think we guarded anybody but him.
He had about 10 tackles in that game.
TJ Daugherty, what a piece of shit he is.
Juice Wells led the team in
his yards came off of a fumble. That's bullshit.
Yeah, 66 almost empty yards. I don't understand how do they give someone
led the team in receiving yards.
Seriously, how do you get that's
they're empty yards. It's empty calories. I'm not worried about that.
How do you get yardage off of a play where you fumble?
Yeah, doesn't make any sense. But did y'all see old Rattlers starting this Sunday?
Yeah.
He is, yeah.
That Hayner guy was horrible the other night. He's like 2
Oh,
for
he was
7.
so bad. He was so bad.
Yeah.
You know,
No. I thought they should have started Rattler anyway over him.
Yeah.
Him should have been the
that
They were- I
Pat
think
once
they're trying
Carr
to-
went down.
keep Rattler where they could develop him or whatever, but they're kind of a hinge point there where they're going to make the playoffs. They have 2 games in 5 days, and they think that Rattler gives them the best chance to win. So
I mean, Rattler can sling that thing, man. We've all seen it. This could be the start of a.
well,
Oh,
he's
good.
also tough as nails. We
Yeah,
can't argue
well,
that.
Drake May will also be starting on this Sunday too.
Rattler will have a better game than May.
Rattler's
that's-
a guy right.
Yeah, Rattler's got more
as
options.
It says
He's
in,
got Kamara.
as it says
Right.
in Steven Garcia's Twitter bio, Rattler is a gyrator of piglets.
He can gyrate it. Let's just be honest. But did y'all see?
God damn it, Jackpot.
That's what it says. He's a
Oh no, this is fucking funny. God damn.
gyrator of piglets.
Oh shit.
Hey, but I'm excited for him. It feels good to have a Carolina quarterback playing in the NFL. I mean, we hadn't been able to say that
Hey,
since Johnny
Connor
Manziel
Shaw
fucked around
made
at parties.
Well, Connor Shaw made 1 start.
He deserved to play again. He played decent.
Yeah, he got hurt though. If I remember correctly, I thought he
No.
got hurt in that game.
No.
But it was like the end. It was the end of the season, if I remember correctly. But the last real starter that actually played and was, legitimately played and was given a chance was Anthony Wright.
Yeah.
Does anybody want to argue with me on that? I mean, it's Anthony Wright. So it's been a while.
It has, and I'm telling you, it feels good. I mean, Connor Shaw, he probably deserved it. Let's just be honest. He was good. But, just
Mike
like I
with
said,
a comment there. Let's read the super
said.
chat. He says, Kale, are you and Rob brothers? Y'all are funny as hell when y'all get going back and forth about Clemson versus Carolina. Look, I think we appreciate the rivalry, but,
well, you're the one who says you don't ever want to play the game.
I don't want to play the football
How do you
game.
appreciate
Football
the
game makes zero
rivalry?
sense. Well, I mean, it makes sense in baseball because y'all are competitive there. Makes sense in basketball. We shouldn't play you in women's basketball. We're not at your level. Why are we out there? One of our gargantuan bitches that we've got may fall on one of your finely tuned athletes and ruin your shot at a national title. Y'all don't need that.
Kale, I don't think we should play Clemson so we don't give them any of the SEC media money they so desperately crave. Just let them die out in poverty.
That is so fucking stupid.
You know what I mean? Just why are we giving them a cut of the
stupid.
money every year? They don't deserve it. They weren't smart enough to negotiate a fair deal, and now they're taking the ACC to court in Pickens County.
Cool.
Why do
Andy Hall in the super chat told me, he said, check out Rammer Jammer.
What's that?
I don't know, but I couldn't really. I can't see good when I don't wear my reading glasses. And I thought for a second, I was reading the chat. I thought it said check out Mama June. And I'm like, well, I already checked her out, and I don't really like the way she looks.
Are we you gonna be able to maybe take like a little vlog or something, show off the stadium when you get down there? Or are you,
I think Jackpot will post some pictures on. I'm sure we'll.
I'll be
we'll put
posting
it on the website.
videos.
yeah, I
Jackpot's
figured
gonna
you'd
do
go
some
out and
stuff.
check out you're gonna try and go check out the tailgates or anything, or y'all just headed straight to the stadium on game day?
Well, I'll probably go to, if I do any tailgating or anything like that or hanging out with anybody, it'll probably be after the game.
That's fair.
Because it's at 11 o'clock in the morning their time. But I did last time, I did videos from Vanderbilt and I did some videos from East Carolina. If you remember, I did halftime, first quarter, and all that at East Carolina. I stepped down the
Yep,
concourse.
I remember that.
And I'm like, oh, this guy sucks. Referring to old Zeb Noland. I was like, oh, this guy fucking sucks. And this team is awful.
Well, did you see Jared Brown was just marked out for this game on Saturday?
Yeah, well, I figured that was coming.
Yeah, I mean, still, I think Jared Brown, I forget, they had a couple other players who were doubtful. I think O'Donnell Fortune's probable, but
You get Venus?
man, he's got to play better. Our secondary, man, they just got shredded last week. It seemed like we couldn't stop anything. And just a stark change from the defense we've seen earlier in the season to the product we got at that. That Ole Miss game was vintage South Carolina. You know what I mean, Cal?
Vintage South.
Yeah, just brought up all the flaws that you see in a shitty South Carolina defense that I thought we were over with throughout the first, couple weeks of the season. But then you started getting the blown coverages, gash through the run.
Nussmeier kind of shredded that defense up in the second half too.
That's true, but at least we had
You
some
guys
rush.
understand why that happened, right?
Who we're pursuing.
Exactly. Your speed rushers, you got world-class speed rushers at defensive end, okay, with Kennard and Stewart. And they're just running right by the quarterback because he's handing the ball up the fucking middle or hitting the quick slant. And they gutted you because that part of your defense sucks asshole. People have figured that out. They're going to run right away from those guys all fucking season. This whole thing about we've got a great defense. You've got two great defensive ends. O'Donnell Fortune is fucking terrible.
Yeah, Debo Williams.
TJ Sanders. TJ Sanders. Yeah, TJ Sanders
Look,
isn't either.
the judge is good. The judge is good. You think O'Donnell Fortune is good?
We're talking
O'Donnell Fortune doesn't play on the defensive line.
Yeah, we're talking about D-line.
But O'Donnell Fortune is where they're picking. You're running away from your good defensive players is what I'm trying to tell
O'Donnell
you.
Fortune's
They
taken
speeded it up.
8 or 3 pick sixes back, like 100 yards in his career.
Yeah, and he cost your team 200 yards of offense. They gave that to them.
Listen, he had a shitty game, but by that logic, who was it who fucking RJ Mickens got torched by Wake Forest? But I didn't hear you giving this kind of fucking commentary.
They haven't played Wake Forest this year, sir. What are you talking about?
When they did, they gave up like 600 yards through the air.
When?
This was like 2 years ago.
No, that was Nate. It was Nate Wiggins was the one that got
Nate Wiggins.
And Nate Wiggins is a first-round pick, but keep talking.
So exactly.
Yeah,
Good players can have bad games. You just made my point.
Yeah, here's the thing. They won the game. They won the game. That's the thing you guys don't get. They won the
we're talking about
game.
individual performances when we're talking about
There
this.
That's the best part, man.
And it was Wake Forest. Are we going to say Wake Forest is on the level of Ole Miss?
I think if you guys played Wake Forest 10 times, you might win 4 of them.
Oh, you're high, dude. You're high. Come on.
I'm not high.
What are you smoking?
You're not that good. I don't know what you're like.
Going out in the backyard and got some mushrooms, I think.
Must have flipped
I need
over some
some
cow
mushrooms.
patties.
I would eat mushrooms. I like mushrooms. It's good for you.
Listen, that's just delusional take. Come on. Let's be level-headed for a second. Let's come back to reality.
Being level-headed. You're not that good.
We're talking about Wake
really
Forest here.
good.
We're talking about Wake Forest here, man. Let me
Why
see
don't
what
you
they. I
ask
hadn't even looked. Let me look up their schedule.
They played Wake Forest. Why don't you
What'd you
ask
say?
them about that? Why don't you ask Texas A&M what happened to them when they played Wake Forest?
Wake Forest lost 40-6 to Ole Miss this year. They
Okay,
lost to
did you hear what I
Louisiana.
said? Did you hear what I said?
Yeah, you
Ask
said we would
Texas
lose
A&M what
6
they
out of
did.
10 games to Wake Forest.
I believe that. I believe that.
They lost to Louisiana, Rob.
Louisiana might beat you guys 1 out of 10 times. Y'all aren't that good. You're not.
Yeah. Speaking of Louisiana, Rob, do you think that you think the Jets might consider going after Billy Napier?
Oh God, wouldn't that be funny? Listen, my biggest fear.
That actually might be funny.
My biggest fear is that y'all splash the cash on Bill Belichick. I think he could take that roster to the.
Isn't
to the
he
Super
like?
Bowl.
He's like 72, right? And I'm not mocking.
He's
I think
old.
Like 72.
He's old, but I think
How old is
of
Bill
all the
Belichick?
co-
I mean, he's got jackpot.
well, he's got that like
himself,
25-year-old girlfriend.
right? I mean, well, she's not wearing him out. Fuck you.
I just
maybe
saw there's a video of him like sneaking out of her house shirtless in a cold message. You ought to see if you can find that. It's actually pretty funny. He like peers out.
He is 72 years old. Yeah.
Listen, I think if y'all splash the cash, he'd be willing. He wanted. He was applying last year, but Robert Kraft didn't. I think it was the Falcons contacted Robert Kraft, and he didn't exactly give him good praise.
That's funny. Oh my god. Yeah, I
You see the
forgot about
video?
that. Hold on.
I
No, I
thought
got the
the
picture
Panthers
from
were
the
trying to go after him too, weren't they?
Yeah, there's a couple people,
Yeah.
but it just never came to fruition.
The
Yeah.
Panthers have had a new coach every year for like the past 4 fucking years.
They shouldn't have got rid of Rivera.
Oh.
They shouldn't have got rid of him.
Here you go. There's old Bill Belichick shirtless.
That was him sneaking out.
He's like, I'd expect that from like Ed Orgeron, but here I am, 72 years old. The bitch in there is 25. I just blew a load of powder on her because my cum's so old.
He's sneaking out, man. And the video's even funnier than the photo because I'm telling you, he like peeks out, looks around, and then goes to his car like a freaking 18-year-old hiding from his dad.
Yeah. Oh shit. That's
But
funny.
who's I forgot who Clemson plays. Who y'all got this week again?
Wake Forest.
Oh God. And we were just talking, bro. Wake Forest is terrible. If y'all don't cover versus Wake Forest, there's some problems. That offense better come out guns blazing. You ought to beat them by 40.
Mostly fine.
If you don't beat them by 40, honestly, I'm just gonna chalk it up as an L. I don't think you can
chalk up
count
whatever
that.
you want. I don't give a shit.
It'll be like
no
you
one
see
gives
it.
a fuck what you think about at Clemson, even though that's where your degree's from.
Well, that's because they're all too worried about when they're going to get their next fix of Osterine.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, you need new content, sir.
I don't.
Yeah,
It's
you
still
do.
prevalent. Listen,
No, it's not.
I don't because it's proven you're a dirty program.
Did the NCAA sanction Clemson for Osterine? Their investigation showed nothing. Sorry.
Well, they suspended those
Feeling
players.
sorry. Those players, once they tested positive, were just like any other players that test positive. They didn't play there anymore. Played by the rules. Sucks to be you.
You know, old Connor Stallions was on that Bussin' with the Boys podcast recently, and he divulged some information, and they asked him some questions, and he did say on that podcast that he did not give Tennessee signs to beat
Did you really?
or did not give South Carolina signals. Yeah.
Oh, but do
Which,
you know
I mean, he's also a known liar, so there's that. But I think he lied like throughout.
That's weird. They asked him directly about that.
Yeah.
you want to address the whole thing with Beamer showing Kamara the door?
Oh, I'm glad.
Is what
Fuck
David
him.
says.
Listen, Beamer is the first head coach to finally drop his nuts and fucking take a stand against this. Pulling that dude's scholarship, the best thing you could have done.
Well, here's the thing. Lou was giving Beamer credit today on a video for doing that, but my thing is, I mean, I would think that any coach should. I mean,
No, they're keeping him around. Oh, who was it? Lynn J. Dixon. He was still around on campus at Clemson when he transferred. I remember that. He was on campus the whole year.
I think if you sign a scholarship, right, and you should honor your scholarship. If you decide, fuck you, I'm leaving, especially in the middle of the season, when you come into the facility and you take your little card and you go to swipe it,
Motherfucker.
it should go beep beep, and then it should come back and say, fuck you, you no longer
Exactly.
come here. Literally. Fuck
Exactly.
you, fuck your family, get the fuck out. That's the way that it should be, but we have a society of pussies now. If you can't honor your commitment, and I don't give a fuck where it is, South Carolina, Clemson,
Fucking
Penn
Boise State, Idaho, yeah.
wherever. If you don't honor your 1 year commitment that you signed the dotted line for, you took NIL money from boosters and all of that, you should not be allowed in the facility. And by the way, if you want to stay for your classes, we're not paying for those either. So you get a nice fucking bill and get out of our fucking athletic
Exactly.
doors. You don't get to play there either.
People
You better
don't
get a
realize
meal
that.
plan because we're not paying for that either. You get to fucking starve and go fucking be a regular
Go
college
get a Planet
student.
Fitness membership, motherfucker. And they don't realize the amount of money that sunk, even players who don't play, they don't realize the amount of money that sunk in. And why would you tie up those resources with some fuck who's going to be leaving in December when you've got some walk-on paying his way, busting his ass he'll probably provide more production to the team anyways because he's actually bought in and not playing for himself.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing I want to know. I'm sure they gave him some NIL money to come here. I don't know that it was a lot, but I probably gave him something. I mean, does he just take that bag? Does he just get it now? And now he just gets to run off with their
Well, I don't. I mean, I think it's. I don't.
I actually signed an NIL deal with someone, and the way we'd set it up is he has to meet set obligations, or he's not going to get paid.
Okay.
So I don't know if that's the case
Well,
for this kid.
The biggest NIL disaster, in my opinion, was Ewers. He went to Ohio
God,
State.
yeah, he took
got
so much money.
$100,000.
Oh
He got
my God.
$100,000 and never played a fucking snap.
Well, shit, he should have done it to Tennessee
And then
if they were willing to
transferred.
pay out $8 million.
Yeah,
He should have pulled the $8 million rug out from Tennessee and then took his talents up to Texas. $100,000 is cheap looking back at it.
true. All right, I've got Daniel here. Let's add Daniel to the mix really quick here. Daniel, what's up, buddy?
Schultz
What's up,
said,
Daniel?
I'm surprised Tennessee fans didn't accuse Arkansas of sign stealing. It's probably coming.
The sand's
Yeah,
on the field.
Yeah, they did. They did all that. That's why we lost. Don't y'all know?
I'm glad to see.
How you doing,
No,
Daniel?
I'm just-
I with some sense.
What's up? No, I was gonna say, I'm really glad Beamer did that.
Hell yeah.
Fuck them. Fuck these quitters. Like fuck this quitting mentality of, oh, it's not going my way. I'm not playing enough. Fuck you. Go. That's fine. Go somewhere else.
Well, the thing about it was he was playing.
Yeah, that's the
He was
crazy part.
squarely- He was behind Debo. Debo Williams, one of the best linebackers in the SEC.
Yeah. That's. I mean,
him.
and honestly, you hit the portal. Who wants a guy like who wants a kid that's
That's what I
On his
said.
Exactly
team.
right. Like, who's going to take that UNLV quarterback?
He's going to
Yeah,
be
go-
one of those.
Steve Kiffin will welcome that young man.
Oh, come
in.
on. Get the hell out of here, Rob. It probably will be
He's gonna
lame.
one of those in that however many 400 or 500 people in the portal that just don't get picked up.
Yeah, never get picked up.
yeah, they can go play fucking at Austin P or Tennessee Tech or some bullshit like that.
Mm-hmm. It's
I'm
crazy how
serious.
these kids are ruining their fucking
They've
careers.
got tape on him. Somebody, he'll play somewhere.
I just want to know
Watch.
who's in these players' ears telling them transfer,
Cunts.
ruin your legacy,
Once,
ruin it. It's crazy.
uncles that didn't make it that are living through them, telling them, well, you should be playing in front of that all SEC linebacker. You're fucking better than he
Got
is.
to be what it is.
That's
I mean, and the
exactly
thing
what it
is, it kills their development because they're these. I mean, he was at Pittsburgh. He's learned 3 defensive systems, or he's gonna in his career, and the motherfucker's gonna be a senior next year. This will be his 3rd defensive system he's gonna have to learn. Like, how do you progress as a player just going into that many different systems? I mean, you're playing completely different at each team, you know.
I don't know.
But
Yeah.
that's one thing
Well,
that
I've looked at his stats. He doesn't have NFL numbers.
no.
No.
And do you think a lot of these players know they're not going to the NFL and they're just chasing like an extra 10
They
grand,
all
whichever
think they're
team will
going
pay
to
it
the
to
league,
them?
man.
100%. 100%.
You watch Last Chance U, right? The guys in Scuba, Mississippi think, oh, I'm going to the league. They all fucking think that. And it's like nobody, they didn't have the good uncle that would tell them, like, listen here, motherfucker, you better go up there and you play your ass off. That's fine. But you better take your stupid ass to class.
Well,
so
yeah,
you can get a
if they're
fucking
that
job. You
confident
don't have to
that-
be digging ditches and shit.
if they're that confident they're going to the league, though, it would lead, from my outlook, to them staying, being like, oh, I'm going to develop here. Why go out and chase a college
Look.
bag when I'm going to get millions?
Let's look at it from this perspective too, okay? Spencer Rattler's going to get the start on this weekend for his team, right? Spencer Rattler left Oklahoma, went to South Carolina, was considered at Oklahoma when he was like the number 1 quarterback prospect. The world was writing all these great books about him, okay? He made it to the NFL as a 5th round pick and had to battle his way to be the 3rd guy for New Orleans to be QB3. He went from the number 1 quarterback in the country to QB3 for the New Orleans Saints. Okay? Spencer Rattler has all the physical tools that you could possibly need, the balls and everything else to be a great NFL quarterback, and he's still QB3. And you got motherfuckers like this UNLV quarterback who don't have anywhere near those tools that think that they're going to go to the fucking NFL, and they're out of their goddamn minds. It's just fucking insane to me. Milton from Tennessee had all the physical tools, and he's buried on the Patriots roster. I'm just saying, it's just
hopefully never
fucking
see the
stupid
field.
to me.
Yeah, all those physical tools he had matches with all the his psychological fucking tools, which he had none of. That dude is about as brain dead as a fucking vegetable. No offense to vegetables.
So he's just the absolute inverse of Josh Dobbs.
Yes, he is.
But Dobbs is still playing in the league, though. Dobbs is still in the league.
Well, yeah, but Dobbs is smart. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was the point I'm making.
I got you, but it's like I get frustrated with a lot of these young kids thinking, "Oh, I'm going to make it in the league," and you're not. And it's the same way in the NBA. The NBA has 350 player spots. Okay, so you think you're one of the best 350 players in the whole fucking world? Not just the United States, the whole fucking world. Just stop it. You go to school and get your goddamn degree. So you're not fucking.
What do you guys think about them getting rid of the national letter of intent? Does that actually change anything?
Fuckery.
Does it change anything? Like, I mean, I guess they weren't even tied down when they signed it to begin with.
Yeah.
They're not binding anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And what's the point in having a document if it's fucking worthless?
I mean, I'm just looking at transfer portal. I thought the portal was supposed to be closed. You Google transfer portal, nothing but pages
it's
of
open.
motherfuckers
Sometimes it's
entering
open for seniors, and
It's insane.
What was it they did? They which window is it they've closed from 45 days to 30 days now?
green window.
Yeah, I think you're right.
As college football is going to shit, man. It's going to be terrible. These guys are all mercenary fucks, man.
They're all fucking shit
Nobody plays
shows.
for the school. I mean, you're not going to have another Eric Norwood till we die. You're not going to have an Eric Norwood. You're not going to have a fucking... Who's that white crazy fuck who played for Clemson?
Well,
Boulware.
You could talk about that's the thing.
Coach Boulware now.
You built your teams around those guys, guys that weren't going to make the league but could be all conference players.
That's what I'm saying. And you see the same thing in basketball too. These shittier teams who just have a whole squad of seniors, they can come up and bite you in the ass if you got nothing but one-year freshmen who are going to the league. You see it every year.
I
Same
heard
thing in
something
football.
interesting today on the radio. They were talking about Dylan Stewart being named it's like a freshman All-American through however many games or whatever. And they were talking about Dabo at his press conference, or I guess it was his press conference yesterday, was talking about that and something to the effect of when they play at Alabama, he said he hopes that, that South Carolina knows that they've got to have a coach or an analyst or grad assistant or something out there like shadowing him on the field when the game is over. Let him, shake a couple of hands or whatever and then get him off the field, because those Alabama people will, be like, hey, good game. Look good in that uniform. You look even better in this one.
Well,
Listen, he already had the chance to go there.
Yeah, but we mock Alabama though, and we mock Dabo with what he said.
I'm not mocking him. I just said I thought that was interesting.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying there are people that mock Dabo though, but what he's saying makes a lot of sense.
Well, yeah, that's where
shaking at midfield.
That's where the being an experienced coach stuff comes in.
Well, yeah, but I think that there's definitely people are gonna fish, man. If I'm an Alabama booster, right, and I have the access to go on the field or whatever, and Somehow I end up in the same conversation area with Stewart, and Stewart gets 2 sacks against Alabama. Hey, buddy, fuck you doing over there with that pussy coach? Come over here. We win shit here. You want to win?
Except
Come
against
here.
Vanderbilt.
Yeah, I was
against
about to say,
Vanderbilt.
yeah, we beat Vanderbilt here.
We got the longest active streak versus them. Hey, Kale. Also, I wanted to get your opinion on this. I said this in Rob's stream. I don't know if you knew this or not, but South Carolina and the 2025 class currently has the best wide receiver class as far as high school recruiting goes. What do you think about the
Yeah,
just what that says about Mike Fury and just him being able to get that done in his first year with the program?
well, I mean, it's a good thing so far, but we better watch out because that young man from Pennsylvania went to Penn State for their game Saturday, and James Franklin was at his game Friday night.
Which one was that? Oh, I saw Lex Cyrus was the one from Florida State, wasn't he?
No,
Or
that was
That was the Pennsylvania one.
Here's a great point for not this one. Who's throwing them the ball? Yeah, you'd be the best wide receiver in the world. If you got a quarterback that can't do shit with it, it doesn't matter.
Hey, maybe
Well, I mean,
Well, you gotta let
if they continue like they've been, they're gonna
It won't
go.
be
They'll
sellers.
go get one out of the portal.
yeah.
I think we jumped too fast to like
Signing
sellers that
very
Here's my
good
thing,
spokesman.
Rob. I mean, here's my thing. You want to sit here and chastise this boy because I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that young man because he had a crappy game on Saturday, but then on the other side of your mouth when we lost to LSU, you're talking about, oh, well, you would have won that game if Sellers had played the second half. Which one is it?
Yeah, you would have won that game because of the fact that you would have had more of an offensive identity. Yeah, he could have thrown a couple of passes there. I still think he sucks.
So this is I think we jumped too fast on these.
This needs more coaching.
I agree with Gregory. I think
We jump in too fast on these freshman quarterbacks and like expect them to be. I'm one of the Tennessee fans who was like, I didn't think Nico was going to win the Heisman. Like, he's going to have freshman struggles. Like any freshman quarterback is going to struggle at some point. Like you've got to let them work through it. They're going to get better.
I agree. And the thing is, if they don't get better by the end of the year, like Kale said, transfer portal's full of quarterbacks. It's all about picking out the right one. Bring somebody in. Ashford, I think, was a perfect pickup this year. Somebody who, we thought we had something good with Sellers, so you didn't want to bring in someone who was going to immediately challenge for that starting spot. But, clearly it didn't work out. So now you go in, get yourself a bona fide starter. I mean, I've said most of them have been shit, but after looking, some of them have been decent.
You don't know that it hadn't worked out yet. I mean, he had a bad game. He's coming off. He hasn't played in 3 weeks. He's coming off being injured. And side note, I mean, he was playing a team with a pretty good defense. I'm not ready to throw him in the trash can yet. I'm just not.
I've seen too many errors that weren't forced by the defense, if that makes sense.
Well, hell, I mean, he threw for. I mean,
like
that's the thing with Nico. Like he's made some mistakes, but I've watched him make some throws that Joe Milton could have never, ever, ever made. If he attempted it 100 times, he wouldn't be accurate on them. And I've seen Nico do it in a game. So it's like you see their progress. It's just it's going to take time for them to be consistent.
And I mean, let's be honest. Have we been impressed by a Lenoris throw since the Furman game last year? I wouldn't say so.
Been a few.
I don't know. I'm more impressed by the throws Ashford had in that Akron game personally. I mean, Lenoris, I've noticed he makes things hard on the wide receivers. Nothing's clean. It'll be maybe a foot or a yard out in front of him. You saw it on that 3rd down in the Ole Miss game where it took Jared Brown completely out of his stride. Probably would have picked up 15, 20 yards on that play. You see it all the time over the middle. We got bailed out. What was that? That interception got called back because offensive pass interference when our wide receiver basically just fell by himself. You know, I mean, there's just so many errors that I'm seeing from him that, and he can't identify a blitz. He can't set up his offensive line. How many times have you seen a free edge rusher coming off that's not identified at all, Kale? It's been happening every game.
I apologize. Maybe he plays for a piece of shit coaching staff that decides that the quarterbacks should have 10 less carries than Rocket Sanders has all season. And maybe he's taking a fucking beating all fucking game behind a shitty offensive scheme. And maybe that's affected his ability to throw the ball. So I apologize. Okay, maybe he's not a piece of shit. The coaching staff is a piece of shit, though. It's one or the other.
The most sacked quarterback.
Yeah, you can't have both. Either he sucks or your coaching staff sucks. Which one do you want to go with?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I do know that he hasn't, called his own number and dialed up shit that they
on a
didn't
key
tell
play
him to run in a game yet and lost.
That's true too. He also hasn't gotten skull drugged by Georgia yet.
I've never said Klubnik was a good quarterback. I've never come in here and had people in the comments section say, "Oh, this guy's going to run for 200 yards against Clemson."
He's played a lot better this year. He has played a lot better.
I don't think he's that good. He's not at the level of quarterback that we've had at Clemson. He's an average quarterback. Average.
But he has gotten better. He has gotten better.
Gotten better, but he's average. He is average. John Q average is what he is. Sorry. I can be a realist fan. I don't have to sit here and make assumptions. Well, I don't have to throw him out with the bathwater because he had a bad game. No, he's average.
We'll get used to average.
Yeah, but the difference is you see him play.
That on the road get up he's got on, or that's half Brokeback Mountain, half JRU.
I don't know what the fuck that is. That looks like
Toby Keith or something.
Shit.
I'm telling you, it's half Brokeback. It's half JR, half Brokeback.
It's like he runs around with that hat on, saying, what was the line he led? I wish I knew how to quit you is what he's fucking running around the field saying. What a fucking fuck are you wearing that hat for?
Sure do have a pretty mouth.
Exactly.
Hey, some players worry more about football, and some players worry more about how they look after they're done playing football. I mean, it's
You're
evident
wearing
what you
a
got.
fucking cock hat on your head, and you're talking about how people look. What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
Hey, I'm wearing two cock
Giant
hats.
dick hat on your head.
I'm wearing two cock hats.
Of course.
Put some respect on it, Rob.
Listen,
you spent a whole week wearing a fucking Kentucky hat. Don't talk to
You
me.
didn't wear it a whole week. I wore it one day.
Well, you won't know. You wore it on some of the Rob streams too.
I wore it one day.
Lander Josh says Klubnik is third in the country in QBR. He sure wasn't after that Georgia game.
Hey, he played like shit in the fucking only game that Clemson's had that was a true measuring stick. So yeah, he's not.
I do agree with Rob. It is hard to kind of judge with what you've had because all these games after that. I mean, let's just be honest. After that Georgia game, have been
been average, sir, average.
So you think what quarterback? What level of quarterback? Like, give me a comparison of somebody who's playing right now that you think
we've had like what 10 good years of quarterbacks. Taj Boyd was a good quarterback.
So you think Taj Boyd's better than him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. You know, right now y'all are favored in the ACC. I just pulled up the
better than he is. He's like on level with Kelly Bryant in my opinion. Right there, just average.
Kelly Bryant.
Maybe some games.
That's harsh, man.
It's not harsh. Kelly Bryant was an average quarterback. Took Clemson to the college football playoff. Average.
God, he made the playoffs.
Yeah. He did.
Holy shit!
He lost bad.
Was that the which one was that loss?
They made the playoffs. They lost Alabama like 29-6 or something.
7 or something.
Something like that, yeah.
Well, I've got the odds for college football playoff winner. Would you like to hear them?
Sure.
So they've got Ohio State plus 300 at number one.
Who is they? Who's your source?
This is
pronoun ball.
Okay, I'm just asking who your source is because it could be like the Dixie Democrat or whatever.
No.
Who gave Alabama a national title with like 3 losses. We don't want their fucking stats on here.
All right, so here it goes. It goes Ohio State number one at plus 300. All right, that's all right. That's
Yeah.
fair. Wait till you hear 4. Texas plus 400. All right. Again, fair. Texas at 2. Georgia plus 450. I'm not mad at that. Here's where the confusion starts. Alabama at 4 plus 650, even after that Vanderbilt loss.
Mm.
And then there's a big jump. It's Miami plus 1100. So as far as Vegas lines go, you're looking at those 4 in contention. Which is crazy to me. Bama is still that high after
Where's
that
Penn
Vanderbilt loss.
State at?
Penn State is that's 5, 6, 7, 8th behind Tennessee. Tennessee's at plus 1500 at 7th. Penn State's at plus 1800.
That's ridiculous.
Is this to win the whole thing?
Yep, this is for college football playoff winner.
That's ridiculous. Why even make a poll?
It doesn't make sense. I mean, none of the, I mean, you got
It's not polls, it's betting lines.
you got
can-
Texas A&M all the way up here at what are they? 1, 2, 3, 6, 9. They're at fucking 14th. Texas
Well, they just
A&M.
beat Missouri, so that means they're good.
I guess so. Where's Clemson at? They still got NC. Nah, well, these are just take your money bets right here at NC State. Where's Clemson at? Clemson's behind Ole Miss. They got Ole Miss behind Penn State. So Clemson would be 3, 6, 9. Clemson would be 10th best odds.
I was told there was no way Ole Miss would beat Clemson.
I heard that too. I heard that too. But these are interesting odds. What do y'all think about Alabama? I mean, plus 650 after that absolute debacle in Nashville. How do you justify that?
Maybe the feeling is, they're going to be focused the rest of the year. I don't.
Well, if Georgia wins out and Bama wins out, would both of them theoretically make the SEC championship?
I don't know how that works if them, Texas,
Well, that
both
would mean
all have one
Georgia
loss.
beat Texas, and
Yeah, Georgia would be Georgia if they went out
Yeah.
there. Do Atlanta.
Yeah.
Alabama, if they went out, I don't think Alabama plays Texas. Alabama plays Oklahoma.
yeah, and that
Yeah.
would put Georgia beating Ole Miss and Texas if they won out,
So Texas is
and Mississippi State too. That eliminates them.
Mhm.
Oregon's a team I forget about a lot. I mean, they got them slotted here at 6th. I guess I just haven't given them much credit since they lost Bo Nix. I mean,
I
have
was
any of
watching
y'all
them
watched
the other
any of
night.
them?
Their game came on really late. I had kind of passed out here on the couch. Then I
Did they
woke
look
back
any
up
good?
kind of late, and I saw Jordan Birch. He got a sack, and they were showing it on there.
Well, they started
Jordan.
so slow. They started like the first 3 games of the year. They barely beat a bunch of like Idaho, barely beat them,
Yeah,
and somebody
Idaho.
else.
Down.
Yeah, and then now they've started to pick it up a little bit.
Idaho, Kale's a hoe.
Well, what do you
But
think,
anyways-
Gregory, about old Tennessee slotted at 7th there in those betting odds?
Well, I want to see how they look against Florida because if they come out in that same bullshit offense, then there should be on no fucking list.
You know what?
Anywhere.
You know what Tennessee could do? And I know this is a very whacked out thing. How about do what Josh Heupel normally does? Run really, really fast and tell your quarterback, hey, we're going to throw the fucking ball.
Yeah,
We're not
I
going to
agree.
sit here and try to protect you and all that shit. We're paying you $8 million fucking dollars. Go out there and earn it, asshole. Throw the ball around. And if he throws 2 picks, fine. He'll learn from that. Trying to ride your defense and fucking not letting him make plays is going to
You
make
should
you guys fucking 8-4.
Yeah.
you should be able to beat Florida with 2 picks regardless. I mean, let's just be
Well,
honest.
this is Florida. This is Tennessee and Florida.
Seriously, though, wouldn't you rather him go out there and at least fucking try?
Hell yeah, I want them to let him sling it all over the fucking field.
Throw the motherfucking ball. He makes throws.
Yeah.
Throw the ball. And I tell you what, I would tell the wide receivers, if the ball hits you in your fucking hands and you don't catch it, you're fucking coming off the field. And I'll put somebody else out there that can catch.
Yeah.
Have that fucking mentality. It's a fucking fight or fucking die offense. You miss one catch, bring your fucking ass over here. I
Yeah.
put the fear of God in those motherfuckers. Seriously. That's what they don't have. They play like they have no balls. None. Zip zilch, not on nothing. At least South Carolina's quarterback system they've got, their quarterbacks are dropping their shoulder and trying to kill somebody. At least they're trying.
Or fumbling the ball.
Yeah.
We love a fumble on a key drive.
It's like you have a 12-foot dick, but you can't get it hard. That's what you are with Tennessee. Seriously, you have a giant penis and you don't fuck anybody.
Well,
Yeah, they're gonna have.
who do you think's better between Tennessee and Ole Miss? Because they both give me kind of similar vibes.
Ole Miss has a better coach.
That's probably fair at this point. He's an asshole, but he might be a better coach
He's an asshole, but he's a better coach.
than a hypo.
than Heupel.
Which, by the way, I counted it all up in case y'all were curious. It's 23 quitters since the season started. Most of them 4-star high school recruits. You don't see a lot of 3-stars quitting. But, yep, 23 quitters since the season started. And Shane Beamer is the only one to drop his nuts since they get off campus.
Oh, God, jackpot.
Somebody calling jackpot. Holy shit. Somebody looking for a job?
I'm doing a show. Leave me alone. Well, it comes from a no-caller ID thing, so they block their number. I'm not answering that shit. I'm not talking to you.
Jackpot's job service the other night was one of the funniest things we ever had on this fucking program.
Oh, yeah, that was golden.
Oh, the
That was
one who
golden.
said he could put up that meat over at the deli. You don't even know what the fuck we're talking about.
He cut that meat at the deli. God damn it. What the fuck are we doing?
Oh, shit.
Shit.
Oh, I saw another interesting stat you gentlemen might like. I'm going to butcher it a little bit, but I'll say it how I remember it, all right?
Okay.
So, are y'all curious on the rushing yards leader? Obviously, Ashton Genty's well above, right?
Yeah, he's
I
fucking insane.
I don't even know who the fuck 2 is. It don't matter. But 3,
I thought that the running back from Iowa was actually leading.
he is.
the country.
It is the running back from Iowa. Now that I think of it, you're right.
Yeah.
It's him, and then 3 is Ashton Genty's yards after contact.
Jesus Christ.
He's got over 700 yards after contact. This motherfucker.
Who does he play Saturday? Hawaii?
I'll
Yeah.
check for you.
No, is it Hawaii? I don't know.
They play. It is Hawaii.
Oh Lord!
I think it's at Hawaii.
Oh
I wonder
Lord!
what the record is for the most 100-yard or more rushing games in a row, because I guarantee
He's
you he's
going for
going
it.
to break it.
He's already on track to
I don't know.
beat
but
out
George
Barry
Rogers
Sanders.
holds it, I think.
a King George. Listen, Tennessee can play another 100 years and they'll never have a running back as good as King George.
Tennessee's had good running backs. I don't think they've had.
Yeah, man, Jamal Lewis. Come on now.
Come on, he ain't no King George.
Well, this is a good running
First
back.
round pick, Super Bowl winner, cocaine sniffer.
We had Travis Henry. He was a cocaine sniffer too.
Was that the one? Yeah, that was the one. I think it was in 2000 when I was down there at the game, and we played the Voltards, and it was a low-scoring affair. And I think that son of a bitch is the one. He scored a damn touchdown with like 20 seconds left.
Yeah,
Well, they had Alvin Kamara too. They just didn't know how to use him properly.
yeah.
You know, there's you guys. If you go around Williams-Brice Stadium, there are no white lines. They're always yellow because they were afraid George would sniff them up if they were white. So
Hey, he's got a street named after him. Where's Rob Sanders Boulevard? Damn it!
I don't need a Rob Sanders Boulevard. They named the street after him. I mean, George Rogers is a good running back. I think my favorite story with him was they kept giving him the ball in one game or whatever, and he broke his hand, and he still kept taking carries.
Oh, that's how it was. Who was it that cut his finger off in the Super Bowl? Somebody cut their damn finger off.
That was Ronnie Lott. But no, I mean he broke that was the story, right? Jackpot. They kept handing him the ball, and he had broken his arm, and he still kept going with it.
Yeah,
Damn.
he was. I mean,
He
he
was a
was,
beast,
he was
man.
just a big punishing dude. I mean, I like that they pitched the ball to him. He'd take off toward the sideline, and then he'd just stop. And then he'd just cut it up and just run straight ahead.
Which it's still to this day I can't understand how Clemson has disrespected Brian Dawkins for this long and not give him any recognition anywhere in the stadium. No statue. His name's
Well,
nowhere.
You know why, right?
No.
Because to be in the Ring of Honor, you have to have your degree. He didn't finish his
Oh
degree.
my gosh.
I'm just telling you, that's the way that it is.
That's crazy though. He's arguably
exactly
the
why.
best player ever from Clemson.
Brother, I wrote a story for my Fox Sports blog about how they should have a statue of him outside the stadium, right there.
Well, yeah, you got that fucking gay ass Disney
there at the top
statue
of the
reaching
hill.
up to the stars.
No, right there at the top of the hill. The first thing they should see is the only Hall of Fame NFL player we have Dawkins right there. So I mean that should be the first statue that's put out there. And
I don't disagree.
you know, Clemson fans were all about it, but I mean it's like, yeah, I mean it's crazy, but
It is, and honestly, it's a bit disrespectful to him. I get the rules, I get it, but damn it, that's Brian Dawkins, man. We built a statue of Asia Wilson before she had even won, 2 MVPs, 1 MVP. I think we built it before she even won an MVP.
yeah, but Asia Wilson had her degree by her sophomore year, so there's a huge difference with that. I mean, and that's the academia side of it. Oh, we got that guy up here. He's an alumni, right? No. I mean, it's the same way at a lot
It's
of
just weird.
universities.
I didn't realize that was actually the reason
That's
why.
exactly why.
Well, I didn't know that you had to have a college degree to become a head coach.
Are you shitting me?
That's
Really?
that's why Deuce Staley's not coaching anywhere
Yeah.
as far as in college.
Yeah, that's what I was
Deuce Staley's
that's what I was
a hell
telling
of a coach.
He wanted to come down
Hell
here.
of a coach.
He wanted to come down here and be the coach, but he ain't got a degree.
Doesn't have his degree.
Oh shit, Coach Prime, he got his degree in 2020 from Talladega College. I was just looking it up because I could have swore he didn't graduate from Florida
What?
State. He got his degree in 2020 from Talladega College.
Jacksonville State just hit the total over. Pay fat boy. Pay fat boy.
Uh-oh. Pay the fat
Oh.
man.
Pay
Hell
fat
yeah.
man. They just went over 40 points.
Hey, pay my fat ass too. I had the Yankees.
I thought you were
Yeah,
that
I
happy
got
about
Jack-
Talladega College.
I got
Go
Jacksonville.
Look, I mean,
Nice.
do they hold the classes at the Speedway? I mean, what the
Does it say what his degree's in? It's got to be in fucking.
a bachelor's in business administration.
Okay, so
In
fuckery.
2020. Can you imagine showing up to fucking algebra and you got Coach Prime hobbling in with fucking 8 toes?
Wait a
And he
minute,
was
you-
class of
you-
2020 too, so he
didn't
went
go to
during COVID.
class. He didn't go to class.
He
That
wore his
motherfucker-
mask.
No way he did homework. I refuse to believe
No,
it.
that motherfucker bought and paid for his degree so that is a fake degree just so he could coach at Jackson or at whatever Jackson State. Yeah, I believe that.
He said
That's
his
not-
ties at Talladega College
Oh,
outweigh
shit.
his time playing
Hey,
football at Florida State.
guess who just caught that touchdown pass for Jacksonville State? That plays tight end. Big Papa Pump's son.
Oh shit!
Steiner.
Yeah, Rick Steiner's son played for Kennesaw State, and now he's actually wrestling. They call him, what is it, Braun Bricker or something?
Oh, Braun Breaker, yeah.
Yeah, well, this is Big Papa Pump's son.
Uncle Lou asked, "Where's that too big hat, Chris from Georgia?" I think he's broken.
His phone died, Lou.
His phone died. He has a family now and a job and doesn't have time to come in here. So, I think of that, and I think he's just
That was
broken.
quite the battle. All right. If Chris from Georgia and Uncle Lou call in, put him center stage, damn it. Put him
yeah.
center stage. I'm here for it.
We had the receipts the other day from where he said that Burton should be fucking arrested. But
Oh, who
we
was
had-
it? Y'all didn't talk about that one guy from Georgia just getting arrested, did you? Or,
Oh, yeah.
What was it? Beating a fucking underage kid? What the fuck?
No, I think he beat a pregnant woman. Wasn't a
I
pregnant
thought it was
woman?
like beating
Well,
an infant.
The Atlanta Journal-Constitutional said that the police report said that he grabbed her arm and then was grabbing her by her stomach or whatever. And it's like,
What the fuck?
what the
man?
fuck is going
How
on
does
here?
it seem? I mean, everybody always says it, but legitimately, why is it only Georgia? I mean, what the fuck, man? They just have so many legal issues. I hope they have a good legal department at the school.
Don't fuck them.
I mean, fucking A. Has there been a team, I guess outside of Miami, has there been a team that's had this many fucking legal problems? Just on a year in, year out basis? They got like 6 people get
Florida?
arrested every year.
Florida had serial killers on the team, so let's not
That's
forget
true.
that. That's
true, too.
absolutely true.
And
I think it
Preacher.
was like, yeah, I mean,
Hey, Tim Tebow, I think Tim Tebow washes out the sins of Aaron Hernandez on that team.
how
I think they're washed.
shitty of a leader was Tim Tebow that he led a team that had fucking all those guys that got arrested. They weren't fucking following his lead at all.
Yeah, nobody talks about that. That's
Yeah,
actually a
nobody
good
talks
point.
about that. I mean, he didn't lead any of them to be anything that was worth a shit. He just kept out there praying to Jesus, but apparently Jesus was like, all right, Tim, you're good, but fuck everybody but you. You're all going to jail. And they did. That happened.
Well, but to be fair, a lot of those problems came out after they had left Florida. I mean, you're seeing this stuff while they're still at Georgia.
No, wait a minute. Who was the guy that was on the defensive line that was God, I can't remember his name. He's the one who blocked the field goal against South Carolina. Was South Carolina
Jarvis Moss.
Yeah, Jarvis Moss was arrested for all kind of shit. I mean,
Was it really?
come on now. Yeah. It's this whole thing when they left Florida.
From us, so
Yeah, they were fucking assholes down there. And that locker room was a shithole. I don't give a shit what they say. Yeah, they won games, etc. But they were a cutthroat bunch of motherfuckers.
They were doing gay stuff down there.
No, I said they were just cutthroat, Jack.
You said they were fucking assholes down there.
Yeah, they were fucking assholes.
That's what you
They
just
were
said.
assholes.
I didn't
That
say
was
it.
probably just Hernandez.
You said it. I didn't say it.
Well, Lou, look at
No,
I
it's
see
not what
Lou's
my mind
comment.
was,
I see
but-
Lou's comment, but you also got like Darian Kendrick. He got caught with the gun up in Rock Hill. You got it's not just speeding.
To be fair, he was a Clemson player when that happened.
No, I think he had just transferred. Well, 50-50, I guess. He was on the border.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just speeding. I mean, I could forgive speeding. I mean, kids are kids,
Look,
but
my thing with the speeding, right, is how is it that they lose a player, right? They've lost people that were part of the program, etc. And that hasn't woken them up to say, hey, slow the fuck down.
exactly. Well, you'd
I'm
think
not
they'd
saying
bring him
speeding's
in.
a bad thing. I was speeding when I came home tonight from the golf course with the daughter, but the whole thing is that you would think that the program would be like, look, we actually lost motherfuckers here.
I think Lou
maybe
was
we
talking
should
about.
a little bit.
I think Lou was talking about on his show one day about how Kirby had brought. I could be wrong. I could be totally just misthinking, but I could have swore he was talking about Kirby bringing people in to talk to the team about all the driving issues and stuff like that.
I saw that too. Well, you'd think case number one is they'd bring in Jalen Carter to get his testimony. I mean, what better of a fucking story could you have than that?
Yeah.
I mean, you got Jalen Carter.
Maybe-
I mean, this is, granted,
Maybe they
I
should
could
take
forgive
some of
speeding, but
that SEC money and just give them all Uber rides.
that, or they need to start putting as part of these NIL deals, them like trackers they put in work vehicles. Put like a tracker you can't
Who's
go
gonna
over
come in
100.
and talk to him about driving safely? What are they gonna do? Go get some dork from Georgia Department of Highways dressed up like an
That's true, too.
phone or something?
I mean, they ain't gonna listen to it one way or the
They're
other.
going to show us, like, remember, did you do driver's ed in high school, Jackpot, where they showed
Alive
you the
at
videos
25.
of scraping people up off the pavement with a shovel?
Yeah,
This
I
is
remember
what
that.
happens when you speed. And they're just scooping
When you
out
don't
some
wear a
guy's
seatbelt.
fucking lungs with
That
a
was great.
Yeah. Show them those videos, and everybody be like, "What is that?" Wayne, no one gives a fuck if Lou blocked you. If somebody blocked you, they were tired of hearing your shit. We blocked you from some of your shit, and you came in with another fucking profile. Maybe you're the Taylor Swift here. Maybe you're the fucking problem, sir. Maybe it's you. Holy shit, dude.
Well,
Seriously.
Gregory, what are your thoughts on? We didn't get your full thoughts on this Florida game. Are you going into this game confident? You going into this game scared? How you feeling?
I mean, the defense is going to keep us in the game regardless of how the offense plays, but you can't have the same offensive performance that you put on the field against Arkansas. Like that can't happen. They'll get booed into the fucking locker room at halftime if that shit happens. I'll go ahead and tell you now.
Uncle Lou, it's somebody who says that he can't see your comments and it hurt his fragile little feelings. So he said that you blocked him. So I just explained to him that maybe he's the fucking problem. Maybe that's what it is.
Well, listen,
you're not triggering me, sir. You're a fucking Tennessee hillbilly fan. I don't give a fuck what you do. Make all your comments over there. Sit there in your comments and pick your asshole and wipe it on your grandma's nose. I don't give a fuck. There's a whole fucking batch of fucks over here that I just don't give. Seriously.
Well,
Dude,
could this be?
I'd be very disappointed if Tennessee doesn't beat them by 2 touchdowns.
That's what I was just about to say. Could this be a Sunbelt Billy signature win just out of nowhere?
I don't think
we already say Pittman's fucking job. We better not say fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
Sunbelt Billy with a signature win.
It could be a Sun. You could argue.
No, if y'all lose to Florida this week,
if y'all better not lose to the State Trooper.
If you lose 2 in a row to that fucking disease-looking sockhead, y'all don't need to come back to the program until fucking basketball season. Because we're just going every time we get a Tennessee fan, we're just going to laugh at you.
I'm going to
say best Florida win. I'd say is this best Florida win versus South Carolina? What's his best Florida win?
Probably when he beat Tennessee or when he beat Utah.
Yeah, when he beat Tennessee last year. That's
true. Well, Utah, I don't give him much credit for that Utah game. They weren't ready for that heat. If you were watching that game, they were throwing up all over the place. I mean, if they played Utah mid-season, they would have got skull
the night before.
What you say?
Maybe they went out drinking the night before at that pizza place that Ric Flair got kicked out of.
Ric Flair got kicked out of a pizza place?
Yeah, it was the pizza place's problem because it's never Ric Flair's problem. If that pizza place is full of fuckos.
Hey, listen, yeah, of course it's not Ric Flair.
Meal. It's never Ric Flair's fault.
Listen, Ric Flair, he could do just about whatever the fuck he wants, in my opinion. I mean, if Ric Flair shows up to your establishment, you do your best to keep him happy. Let's just be honest. That's Ric fucking Flair.
Yeah, it's Ric fucking Flair. Figure it the fuck out. Maybe your service wasn't good enough. You are the problem here, sir.
Yeah, they should have fired them fucking.
Well, he got mad at that kid because he was shitting for too long, and he needed to go.
Yeah, no time for your shit. He's Ric Flair. By God, he's got fucking places to be.
Well, I'm looking at the Tennessee schedule. I'm just a little worried for y'all that you're looking ahead at that Alabama game. To be honest with you,
if we would have beat Arkansas, I could see that. But after the way we just played, I can promise you, I highly doubt they're looking anywhere past. No, you can't. You can't look past
Alabama the week after Florida this year.
Yeah, they do.
Oh wow,
that's gonna be a tough 2-game stretch for Tennessee. This will be a make it or break it time. I mean, one more loss, you're out. Realistically.
Well, it shouldn't be because Florida's not very good, but
I think it's just the history surrounding that game.
Well,
last
time we played them at home, we beat them. So we'll see.
You should pay Josh Heupel's buyout of Oreos, whatever the fuck it is that he's got, and just send him on his merry way, because he won't be looked at. He will not be looked at like he could be trusted at all.
That's true. I mean, Daniel,
in a row to Florida.
Do you honestly believe Heupel was the guy to lead you to the promised land with that offense?
I mean, he showed the offense. He showed the offense works. I mean, he's had a top 5 offense. But 22, he had the best offense in the country.
But no team has ever won like that. That's got to be acknowledged. No team has ever won with running like a 5 second off, get to the line, run 6 plays, 12 plays. You know, I mean,
That's
there's
fair. That's fair, but how different was Washington's offense last year? I mean, they ran tempo last year, and they didn't have near the talent. Besides Adunze, he was fucking good. But
well, they got dick slapped, man. They lost by like 50.
that's fair. But I mean, they were literally in the national
get there,
championship.
but I mean, it just seems there's
I
too many
think the
variables.
I think the game has changed now to where it's you don't have to fucking run I formation and fucking pound the
Miss I
rock,
formation,
which we do run the ball more than we throw it. So
Can we, Jackpot, can you please read the super chat from Uncle Lou?
Lou, thank you for the super chat. It says, Build-A-Bear, they need a Carolina Jackpot one. I would buy it.
with a scratcher and some uts in the other hand.
Yeah,
I'd buy
and
that.
got the little thing. Yeah, it's got the little thing on it where you press the button and it goes, "Hey, Milk Dud."
What was it? He said,
Y'all don't need for saying that. Milk Dud is a term of endearment.
didn't he
That's
say he
why
was
I'm
like
saying it's fucking
lactose
funny.
intolerant to your
Hey,
mother's
Milk
box or
Dud.
something? He said he was lactose intolerant to your
Somebody thought
mother's
Jackpot
box.
was being racist because he called him a Milk Dud. That's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. Jackpot saying, "Hey, Milk Dud." Oh, that's racist. Go fuck your mother. It's not racist, you dumbass.
Biscuit says you could dress it with a beer and tears. Hey, what about a beer and a smile instead?
Yeah.
Well, also, it's already up on the bookcase of accountability, so I might as well get your opinion on this, Kale.
Yeah.
I personally believe South Carolina, and I think you'll agree with me here. I think we beat Oklahoma. I think we beat Vanderbilt. We beat Wofford. We beat Missouri. And that puts us at what? 7? Is that 7 wins, right?
That's like,
What do you think about that? 7 wins, a potential for 8 in a bowl game. We'd probably play someone like, I don't know. Have they put out bowl projections yet? I'll have to look that up.
Yeah.
well, we're not projected to be in one right now.
Really?
I've got a
The one that came out the other day from Jerry Palm, I think is his name. No, we weren't projected to be at one. I guess they think Vanderbilt's running through everybody like shit through a screen fence because they won a game.
what is
I don't know.
South Carolina's not beating Vandy, buddy.
I don't understand how you could think this team won't go bubble.
Personally, I think South Carolina has a better chance of. Even though they're probably a better team, I think South Carolina has a better chance of beating Texas A&M at home than they do at winning at Oklahoma.
Yeah, this one on
We
Sports Illustrated.
just don't generally, unless it's Kentucky, we don't generally play well on the road.
This one on Sports Illustrated by Patrick Andres has us playing Tulane in the Gasparilla Bowl, which I think that's probably what we'd make at 7 wins.
Jackpot's statement makes a lot of sense with Texas A&M, but the Oklahoma offense is the shit.
Well, yeah,
I think you have a better chance of winning there than with Texas A&M. But
yeah, Texas A&M has been. I mean,
if you
that's
told
probably.
me- if you told me
he's got
they're
a
gonna
strong
win
case for
one
Coach
game,
of
I
the
would
Year.
go with Oklahoma.
Yeah, he's
I don't
got a
think
strong
they're
case of
winning
Coach of
that.
the Year. What do y'all think of that?
what do you think?
Who's the
like-
coach of the year? Texas A&M's.
Mike Elko.
Elko. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just for what Texas A&M was projected, what, like 6 wins, 7 wins this year?
Yeah, well, they're not.
That. All right, well, gentlemen, it's getting late.
They're not out of the woods for that yet. I mean,
Moving on, buddy.
True, too.
It's been cool with you having you guys on. Hopefully,
it's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun.
yeah. Appreciate
Yep.
you
Hey,
guys.
horns down, go Cox. Quarter zip. Don Staley's the best women's basketball coach in the country. Clemson uses Osterine. You take money from churches. You're a dirty program. Dabo doesn't take transfers.
Fuck Florida. Horns down also. Quarter zip's okay. Rick Barnes is better. Don Staley's okay. Pat Summitt was better. Go Vols. Fuck Florida. See ya.
Yeah.
It's great. People just sign off with all this wonderful shit
I
that
think I'm going to wear the quarters up to Alabama.
you might. What's the weather going to be? Have you checked that?
80 degrees though, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, okay. Anyway, well, Jackpot, we put our games in. Good luck with your travels down there. And I think we had a good show. You got anything else you want to add?
No, I can't think of anything. Just make sure you get your picks in, and that's about it, guys. Appreciate you being here.
Follow along because Jackpot's going to be doing some video content from Tuscaloosa. Make sure you guys, of course, like all that stuff he puts up there, all right? All right, we'll see you guys later on.